What is up, gamer girls and gamer boys? It's I! It is me, MtG, back with another Magic the Gathering deck tech and gameplay video. And today, before I start the video, I have to thank Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring me in this War of the Spark early access event. What they have done is given me a one-day account with all of the cards unlocked. Every card in Magic Standard right now is unlocked for me so that I can build whatever decks I want. This only lasts one day, and I am one of probably several hundred creators that have been given this opportunity, and so I do have to thank Wizards of the Coast. This is a really, really wonderful opportunity for me to get to just test out some decks, have fun with the new stuff before it really goes live. So this is really, really, really awesome. And I'm going to be playing some Sealed today. That's another thing that they've given me access to. And if you are interested in seeing more War of the Spark deck techs, please subscribe to my channel because I will be posting a lot of those here in the next couple of days. And in the weeks to come too, as I test out different things and fine-tune decks and try to figure out what's really competitive to play and what's a nice, fun, janky decks to play. So without further ado, let's jump into this one. So if you have been keeping up, you know that Mono White is a pretty competitive deck in Standard right now. It has been for some time. It's got a lot of powerful cards, but with War of the Spark, it brings us one really, really strong piece for Mono White, and that is Gideon Blackblade. He's a 3-mana Planeswalker, comes in at 4 loyalty counters, and as long as it's your turn, Gideon Blackblade is a 4/4 human soldier creature with Indestructible that's still a Planeswalker, and prevent all damage that will be dealt to Gideon Blackblade during your turn. So, he's a 4/4 Indestructible creature on our turn so that we can attack with him mercilessly over and over again without really fear of him dying. The opponent's going to have to exile him in order to get rid of him, so that's wonderful. His +1 is up to one other target creature you control gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible until end of turn. Again, really, really nice, especially if you can give Benalish Marshal Indestructible. Benalish Marshal is a key piece to this deck. It gives all other creatures you control +1/+1, and the part of the problem with this deck is that he can get killed really easily. He's vulnerable, and so if we can give him Indestructible every turn, on our turn, of course, on the opponent's turn, they can kill him. They can still exile him in many ways, but like, giving him Indestructible allows us to actually attack with him and use him and put more pressure on the opponent than we have been able to in the past, because we've always had to be a little bit conservative with Benalish Marshal. Now we really can just go nuts, honestly. We can also give things Vigilance and Lifelink if we want to gain some life against like other aggro decks. We need to gain life. This is a good way to do it. Other things that are new, we are running Tomik Distinguished Advokist. We don't really need to, but this does protect. So it's a 2/3 flyer, which is great for two mana. 2/3 flyer is really good, but it does protect our Legion's landing. Adanto the First Fort, it can be destroyed by some land attack, things like that. So this does protect us. And opponents can't play lands from the graveyard if they want to. That's not very common. We really just need him as a 2/3 flyer, honestly. That's just kind of strong. And part of the reason we want to play him, and we're playing other flyers in this deck, is because Rally of Wings. This is probably a little bit off meta, honestly. There's probably a better way to still do Mono White, but I wanted to use more War of the Spark cards, and so I'm playing Rally of Wings, which is a 2-mana instant that allows you to untap all creatures you control, and then creatures you control with flying get +2/+2 until end of turn. And because of this, we're going to be playing a little bit more of a flying mechanic here. We have 4 Healer's Hawk, 4 Skymarcher Aspirant, which gets flying as long as you have the City's Blessing. We have Tomik, which is a flyer, and then Tithe Taker creates a 1/1 spirit flying creature token, so this is going to be another flyer for us. And then we play 2 Resplendent Angels. You can probably adjust these numbers a little bit, maybe run, I didn't think we should run 4 Tomik because he's legendary, first of all, but because also his other ability doesn't do a whole lot for us, and he's vulnerable. The reason we run Tithe Taker is because it's a 2-for-1, it leaves us something behind if this gets killed, and it's a little bit of protection against control decks. You may even want to run 4 Tithe Taker and cut something else. Again, Resplendent Angel is because it's a flyer, and it allows us to be a little bit versatile. If we're flooding out, we can give it lifelink and a little buff, and then we're creating more angel tokens if we're able to gain a lot of life. This is really nice for us. We also play Adanto Vanguard. That's going to be a staple in Mono White. Probably however you build this, you're going to want Adanto Vanguard in there. I guess you could cut that, but I would say this is a really strong card because you can give it Indestructible, and it's a pretty hefty attacker. We have 3 History of Benalia, and we're only running 3 Benalish Marshals. You can, again, adjust those levels a little bit. You might want to run 4 Marshal and 2 Histories, or cut something else. We have 3 Conclave Tribunal because we need some removal in there. Of course, Gideon Blackblade can remove stuff for us. Exile target non-land permanent is his -6, but it takes us a couple turns to get there, and that leaves him pretty vulnerable to getting killed. So Conclave Tribunal is a nice way to do that. It allows us to tap our own creatures to remove other things, whether that be planeswalkers, enchantments, artifacts, other creatures, what have you. We also run 4 Legion's Landing, which gives us a 1/1 lifelinker and turns into another land that can create us more 1/1 lifelinkers. So it's just really good. You're going to want this, of course. And I think that's everything I have to cover. We only run 21 lands. You can probably cut it to 20 if you wanted to. I like 21 because I hate starving for mana. It really sucks. And we do have ways to get around mana flooding in this deck because we have Gideon Blackblade, and we have Resplendent Angel and Legion's Landing and other things that allow us to kind of get around that mana flooding. I forgot to say one thing. Gideon's Triumph. We're running 2 Gideon's Triumph. It's an instant 2 mana spell. Target opponent sacrifices a creature that attacked or blocked this turn. If you control a Gideon Planeswalker, that a player sacrifices 2 of those creatures instead. This is nice because it can help us clear blockers once we've already attacked. So we can be a little bit more aggressive and force opponents to kill their own creatures. And if we're getting beat down by another aggro deck, this can save us, really. And once we get our Gideon on the field, this is going to be double power, basically. So this is really a really nice card for early game removal for us to either sweep away blockers or stop us from being attacked so heavily. So without further ado, I say let's get into some gameplay. I should say I've only played 1 game with this deck so far today, and it actually went really well. I massacred the opponent. But probably this deck needs a little more tweaking, but we're going to see how this fares in this build. I'll probably be revisiting this deck later on to kind of see how we can improve it, what needs to change. We may end up kind of taking away the flying mechanic or like increasing the levels of that flying mechanic. This is a bad hand. I'm going to mulligan this because we don't want 2 Gideons and we don't have a turn 1 play, which really sucks for an aggro deck. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and mulligan that. This is slightly better, so I'll keep it. Yeah, okay, this is actually much better. Okay, so we can go Skymarcher and then Adanto Vanguard on turn 2, and then Gideon Blackblade on turn 3. Whew. Gideon is so good. He allows us to put a lot of pressure on the opponent. Oh, okay, well there goes my Gideon, probably. Well, at least we have History of Benalia to back us up. This is probably going to be Grixis control here. Oh, okay, so they made us get rid of our history, which is very interesting. My guess is then that they have a, like Obnixilus's Cruelty or something, a way to exile this, which, whatever. Let's give... yeah, let's just give lifelink to Adanto Vanguard so we can make sure we're staying ahead in life, and we deal 5 damage to the opponent. So far I'm not seeing any blue, and they're a turn away from being able to play Vraska's Contempt if they have it. There's the blue. Okay, so this is Grixis. Bedevil, huh? Okay, so they bedevil my my man Gideon. Okay, Tithe Taker is good for us here. So we're still able to put on 5 damage on the opponent. And the bad news is they probably have a Ritual of Soot or something here. Nicol Bolas, huh? Okay, man. Okay, Resplendent Angel's pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and play that because we want to be able to put pressure on with lots of attackers. So next turn, if they don't... okay, let's see what they do here. They probably destroy something, is my assumption. They may draw a card and force me to exile something, in which case I'll just exile a land and then attack for the win next turn. So what do you do, homeboy? I think he has to destroy a creature here in order to win, and it probably has to be Resplendent Angel. Yeah, what you gonna do? Guild DZ, come on, man. You must make a decision. Yeah, destroying Resplendent Angel. Okay, that's what I thought. Nothing we could do about that, unfortunately. Though I'm hoping we draw like a Benalish Marshal here. Oh, Conclave Tribunal. Okay, well, we get rid of Nicol Bolas, and we win. That was a really nice top deck. And there we go. There you have it. Nice and fast. Nice and quick. They were actually able to remove a lot of my stuff, and so I was a little bit worried that we were going to run out of steam there. And we didn't have an Adanto the First Fort out. We weren't able to keep a Gideon on the field. So that was actually a pretty nice end to that game. So hopefully we can keep up this pace of not losing. Hey, it's Kamikaze Jeff. I know that guy. That's MtG Jeff. MtG Jeff is another wonderful YouTuber. Do I want to go first? I think I keep this hand. Hopefully we don't get mana screwed here too hard. MtG Jeff, you should check out his channel. He's a good one. He just reached 10K subscribers recently. Okay, we have a lot of 3-drops in our hand, which is a bit of a bummer because we don't have enough mana to do anything about it. Ha. Okay. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Okay, well this sucks. Big butts. What is this? Boros something here. Feather, huh? Okay. Well, we're about to teach them a lesson. I love Feather the Redeemed is such a cool card. What a cool card. Are you kidding me? He probably knows that I have a trick up my sleeve, so he's not going to block, I don't think. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I guess we force him to attack. This is we're drawing terribly. I probably shouldn't have kept the hand, honestly, but I was hoping we would draw either into a land or some just early plays that we normally get. We're running, what, like 12 1-drops? So he has his own Gideon Blackblade. Excuse me. So what does he do? Probably give this indestructible because he knows that I could have something. Maybe lifelink? Vigilance. Okay, we'll pass 2 attackers. Pass to blockers. And so I think this should work correctly. They have to sacrifice Feather the Redeemed. There we go. That's unfortunate. We still don't have a land to play our own Gideon, but we will... I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to try to attack Gideon here. I think I just have to go for... I think I'd go for the face. Yeah. And I'm... Because I can play Conclave Tribunal on him next turn if I really think I need to. Well, nope, that's not going to happen because Shalai is a thing. And give Shalai indestructible, though you don't really need to. Okay, there we go. Now, okay. I'm not worried about this getting removed. This could easily get killed on his turn, but we have another one, so we're gonna be okay in that regard. Do I even do anything? Oh, whoops! I hit the thingamajig. I don't know if I even attack here. I kind of think I don't because this. Oops! I should have plussed him up. Oopsie. I'm an idiot. I misplayed that, but I wasn't gonna attack anyway, so I'm not real concerned. Lyra Dawnbringer, no! That's so bad. Darn it. Okay, and now, yeah, since this gets plus, they can kill Gideon. I'm screwed, honestly. This sucks. He's hit lots of land drops, so he's going like big Boros Angels maybe even. Yeah, this is really rough. This might just be a good game here because they've got Gideon to attack with as well. Can I block this? Yeah, I'm just gonna block with Tithe Taker because I don't want to take a bunch of damage, and I need a flying blocker really here. Oh boy, Skymarcher Aspirant. I think this is just a good game, actually. I'm going to go ahead and concede this for the sake of time. I don't want to try to win this when they have so much power on the board, and I don't really have a whole lot of an answer here. I have a handful of cards and no answer. So we're going to hope we do better next game. That misplay actually really screwed me over. I thought I was going to be okay. I didn't expect to see a Lyra Dawnbringer. That's actually a cool build there. With the Boros Angels with Gideon Blackblade is actually kind of a cool mechanic because you're able to give things indestructible and lifelink. And so if you're giving creatures lifelink, and when you have a Resplendent Angel on the field, you're able to trigger the Resplendent Angel a little bit easier, which is something we want to do in our own deck. But we don't play Lyra Dawnbringer because that's a little bit too big for us. We want to play more aggro type for show. So, sideboard MTG, VIP. Opponent goes first. We have a turn 1 and a turn 2 play and a turn 3 play. So we're going to keep this and hope we draw into a land the first 3 turns, because this is a better keep because we have different plays. We have removal, and yeah, we have a turn 1 and turn 2, and we're curving out a little bit nicer this time than we normally do, or than we did last time, excuse me. So I'm going to keep it. Okay, Rally of Wings. I have not seen... So I'm playing Rally of Wings because I want the Tomik Advisor, the Healer's Hawks to get buffed, and I have not seen a single Healer's Hawk or Tomik yet. This is really a big bummer. I'm going to go ahead and attack, actually, and see if they block with Hero Precinct 1. And then we'll just go Tithe Taker. So they're going to go, I think... This could be like a chromatic, like 5-color hero, but I think it's probably just Selesnya. Okay. So we don't get the lands we need. I'm going to go ahead and attack with both. Maybe they block, maybe they don't. Then I'm going to end the turn. So if they attack this turn, which would be an interesting move, I can play Rally of Wings and untap both of these and then block, which leaves us with very little board presence, but it might be worth it. Yeah, so they're going to have two little human creature tokens. My guess is they still attack here, though, with both of these. Yep. So I'll go ahead and play Rally of Wings, untap that, and then block with them. So we do leave behind one flying creature, but we get rid of both of their heroes, which is actually really wonderful. And we can go ahead and play Gideon Blackblade. So I could play Skymarcher Aspirant and then Conclave Tribunal, their Amara Soul of the Accord, which may be the play here. Though I probably want to save this for like Tristani or something like that. So we'll go ahead and play Gideon Blackblade. Give you Vigilance so I can just poke in for 1 damage here. And now I do have a blocker for Gideon if they attack him, which my guess is they're going to attack with Amara. And in these little boys, so you never know. They do have... Oh, geez. Okay, so Proliferate. Huatley's Raptor, huh? That's pretty good card for this deck, for sure. Because you can Proliferate, put more little tokens on. Oh, it's getting scary for Gideon here. So I have to block that to keep Gideon alive, which is a bummer for sure, Okay, what can we do here? We can go Skymarcher Aspirant. And then, I mean, I'm going to obviously attack. I'll give you indestructible, I guess. It doesn't do much, but it gives a little plus on Gideon. So he, if he takes hits, yeah. So they block with Huatley's Raptor, which doesn't really bother me. I want to save mana for Gideon's Triumph. Maybe they don't block. I think he's a little scared of losing Huatley's Raptor to a combat trick, which is understandable. And I guess he needed to gain some life. Yeah, I'll go ahead and end turn so I can play Gideon's Triumph and force them to sacrifice their Amara and probably their Huatley's Raptor, if I had to guess. Actually, no. They're going to attack all here, I bet, and they'll have to sack. They'll end up sacking a human, I think. Because I can force them to sacrifice 2 creatures because I have a Gideon Planeswalker. Okay. This is... Oh, he only has 4? Shoot. Dang. I did not really think this through. Yeah, so he's gonna die. I probably should have done this differently. I guess I just forced them to sack their human tokens, which is really lame. I probably actually should have played that last turn. Well, no, because they ended up top blocking with the creature token, so... Yada, 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 yada. I cannot keep him alive, so I don't block. He goes down in a blaze of glory. It's not really. Not a blaze of glory. Oh, yay. Huatley Radiant Champion. Woo! I'm going to go ahead and have to Conclave Tribunal that, I'm afraid. If I do this and then that... No, wait. Can I... No, I can't play Conclave Tribunal if I do that. So I'm going to do this and then Conclave Tribunal. I'll tap you. And then pay 3 with that. Get rid of Huatley.
This is but one verse of the ballad.
And then we're coming up on a send here for these guys. Hopefully we can top deck some gas. Like, I would really like a Legion's Landing, actually. That'd be nice. Because Benalish Marshal is going to give us a little more power, but it doesn't help us if we can't get around their defenses. I could double block Amara. How much damage do I take here? Only 9 damage. I think I actually have to no block here because I want to keep being able to attack with these guys. I know that sucks. Deputy Detention. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. I didn't even know you were playing a blue component. Oh, why did you not take Skymarcher Aspirant? You could have easily just, like, wiped my board. Okay, I think I still lose. Because we have run out of steam here. That's a bummer. That's a big old bummer. These, I've seen some Selesnya decks in this, like, since War of the Spark has come out that are really strong.
The audience, the better.
Yeah, that's a GG. Okay, so they take my Skymarcher Aspirants now, and and then I lose. I mean, can I potentially survive this turn? No, I can't. I just lose. No, I can survive this turn. Yeah. But I still... Why did you not attack the Deputy Detention? I guess I block there, I take 9 damage, and then I die this turn. Next turn, I mean. Because I probably top deck of planes here. Legion's Landing, yay! Alright, that's a concede from me. Ouch, man. We are not doing so hot. We are not doing so hot. I've not been able to keep my Gideon Blackblade alive, which is really frustrating. Because we really need to keep him on the board in order for this deck to work, because it's really centered around him. I mean, we're playing Gideon's, what is it called? Gideon's, what you call it? The one that forces them to sack creatures. And playing against these little token decks is really frustrating in that regard. But hopefully we can do better in the next game or so. And here we go. What is this? Game 4 now? Game 4 now. Against Radiant Being. My man, Radiant Being. Ah, there's the Legion's Landing and the Healer's Hawk that we've been looking for. Okay, this is actually a good hand. Opponent goes first. I can play Legion's Landing turn 1. Oh, actually, probably I play Healer's Hawk turn 1. Depends on, I guess, what we see here. If they're looking like control, I think I might want to go Skymarcher Aspirant so I can get more damage. Blood Crypt, I don't know what that means. Probably Grixis if I had to guess. So I'm going to play Legion's Landing because if they have a Duress on their turn, they can make me get rid of it. So I think I want to play that. Discovery, huh? Yeah, so it's probably Grixis. Probably Grixis. So we need to be really aggressive. We can play Healer's Hawk and Skymarcher on our turn. And there's another land. Nice. Okay. So we go ya. And then ya. Next turn should be a good turn, assuming they don't have Cry of the Carnarium here. Please no Cry of the Carnarium. I will cry. I will cry. My fingers are crossed. Are they mana starved? I can't tell. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh boy. Okay, so they have their third mana. No. Okay, shock on the Healer's Hawk. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I suppose. Thought Erasure. Well, there goes a History of Benalia, probably. So that stops me from flipping Legion's Landing next turn, which is real annoying. But, you know, these things happen. So we'll go with History of Benalia now. And just attack, get in some damage. We take him to 16. And here's a Ritual of Soot for me. Do ya, punk? Do ya? Thief of Sanity. You fool. You fool. They don't know that I have Gideon's Triumph. But I could just as easily Conclave Tribunal this. I think Gideon's Triumph is a better choice because Conclave Tribunal will still allow me to get rid of Nicobolus Planeswalkers. I've been really enjoying Gideon's Triumph, actually. It's not like a perfect card. I think there's probably, like, we might not need it. We may just want to sub in another creature instead of this little combat trick. But it does allow us to keep creatures on the field and keep pressure off of us in, like, these little aggro decks that we're seeing. Okay. My turn. My turn. We're talking about my turn. Okay, what happens here? We don't win because we don't have the damage to win. If we had a flying creature on the field, we would win right now. Oh, haha, yeah. Okay, so we still deal 8. I guess we play the planes and then pass the turn. So we can make a vampire on our turn. And if they don't get rid of some of these, we probably win. Nicobolus Dragon God. I see you, man. I see you. What you gonna do to me? He probably destroys creature, huh? Yeah, destroys that. Okay, so well that puts him on 1, so I can kill that on my turn, which may be the play. I go ahead and do this. I think I need to attack the face for 2. I'm not going to Conclave Tribunal because they can just get it back pretty easily. So I'm going to go there and then there, assuming they don't have a shock or anything to stop me. Okay, so that's good. And we have them on 2, and they have 1 card in hand. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Pretty confident. No sweeper, huh? No sweeper. That's the game. Yes, we won. Oh, we actually did pretty well. We ended up, I feel like we have too many non-creature spells in this deck. That may need to be fixed. And maybe it just needs switched out. Like, I know that. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the deck before I end this video. Unbreakable Formation is currently being played in mono white decks, and I think it's just probably a better choice. I like Rally of Wings, but I don't think it belongs here. I think this belongs really in a Flyers only deck, and I think that may be a thing, just like aggro mono white Flyers, because there are a lot of good ones like Healer's Hawk, Skymarcher Aspirant, still good things. Even Rustwing Falcon, and then you have Tomik, and then there's freaking the bird, the other bird, not Aven Sentry. No, wait, what? It's not a bird. Oh, it's a griffin. It's the griffin. How do they spell griffin in this? Not like that. Not like that. Griff. There it is. Silverbeak Griffin on 2, which is actually pretty good common. Anyway, so there are ways to make Flyers work. I think this needs to be changed. Probably go for Unbreakable Formation to give Indestructible and that little boost to all of my creatures, not just the Flyers, would be helpful. Because I never once had this end up being helpful. Though I feel like I missed some of the drops for having good Flyers. Like I never drew Tomik. I missed a lot of Healer's Hawks, and I never got Skymarcher Aspirant to really fly and win for me. So anyway, if you have suggestions for this deck, if you enjoyed this, smash like. If you have suggestions for it, drop them in the comments below. And again, I have to thank Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this video. This event has been wonderful so far, and I will be continuing to make videos and streaming this event. It's really great, so I have to thank them for that. And if you enjoy my channel, be sure to subscribe. I am trying to grow the channel. It's going really well so far, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really means a lot that you would spend a little bit of your time with me and enjoy this content. So see you guys next time. Peace.